Hi, this is James Hayton, and welcome once again to the PhD Essentials podcast. Now, over the last few years, I've worked with all kinds of PhD students from different backgrounds, different fields of study, different situations. And one of the things which has come up a couple of times is people who have started running their own business while also trying to do a PhD. So basically taking on two of the most difficult things that you could possibly do at the same time. Now, in this kind of situation, what often happens is that one of the demands tends to dominate over the other. So the business demands are always urgent. So if you have a client who is asking for something, if there's some kind of emergency situation which arises, then that always tends to take precedence over the PhD work. So the immediately urgent stuff always seems to win, and that means that the PhD gets pushed to the lowest of the lowest kind of priority. Now, on any given day, if you delay PhD work, it doesn't make a huge difference because it's a long-term project. If you miss one day, it's not going to have a big effect. But the effect of not speaking to a client could be quite large in the short term. But the effect of consistently putting the PhD at the lowest priority is that quite simply it never gets done because the other demands always dominate. And so what you have to do in this situation, what I believe is the only way to succeed in the PhD and keep the business running, is to ring fence time for PhD work and make it absolutely non-negotiable that you sit and you apply yourself during that time. And this is absolutely possible to do because if, for example, you had a meeting with a client at a particular time, there is no way that you'd be checking emails during that meeting. So there might be another client who's sending you emails, but the fact that you don't answer within a couple of hours is not going to be disastrous. So it's simply a matter of booking yourself. It's a matter of making yourself unavailable at particular times and treating those bookings as being urgent in the same way that you would with a client meeting. And if you do it that way, consistently over a number of years, that will make sure that you're at least devoting the minimum required amount of time to give yourself a chance of succeeding at the PhD as well as the business.